Hello everybody. We're going to do something very nice and interesting today. Have a look. There is quite a large prawn. What we are going to do is make prawn pickle. Now, let me give you the ingredients first. We have 550 grams of peeled prawns and around half a cup of whole garlic, around 2 to 2.5 tablespoons of red chili powder. We have some asafoetida hing. Very careful how you use it. We'll come to that later. This is we have some roasted fenugreek powder. We have some red dried chilies they will use. We have a cup of vinegar. We have 1.5 almost cup of sesame seed oil. We have around 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 2 teaspoon of mustard seeds, around 2.5 tablespoon of chili powder, yes, and curry leaves around half a cup, small onions, shallots around 1.5 to 2 cups, and around quite a bit of ginger, around 2-3 inches piece of ginger. And let's start our process. We're going to do some prawn pickle today. So I have around 550 grams of prawns, deveiled, shell removed. What we are going to first do is we are going to fry the prawns in sesame seed oil. Here, don't put too much of it, like you need to spread it out quite a bit. Otherwise, water starts coming out, then you are in trouble. So, you're not going to cook the prawns too much. After it's cooked, just get it brown color, and now we can take it out. Put it on a you don't need too much of oil on it. before I forget, I need to tell you, I marinated the prawns, half a kilo of prawns. I marinated with 2 teaspoons of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, around 1.5 teaspoon of vinegar, white vinegar, and 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. So I marinated it properly. A couple of hours I marinated it in the refrigerator, not outside. And we're going to use the same oil. We're not going to change anything. Only thing is that we need to add half of that oil. Let it heat it up properly. First we are going to add is some mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds start to splutter, we can add some asafoetida. See how much I am adding? It is just little bit like less than a quarter of a teaspoon. And asafoetida. Then I add, this is fenugreek powder. Reduce the heat. Fenugreek powder. And I have some dried chilies here which I'll add now. Not too much, depends on your spice level. We like pickles to be spicy, so I'll add. Now I'm going to add now we need to add the ginger. Ginger is sliced. Now we add the garlic. The idea of making fish pickle is that we don't want any water in the pickle. We are trying to take the water out completely. Add the onions. And I add the curry leaves. I'm going to fry this very properly so that, as I said, we need like a masala it is, but without too much of water. Okay, now we have the onions properly brown. First we are going to do is we are going to add the turmeric powder. Give it a stir. coriander powder. Let us stir. We add the chili powder now. So keep full around 3 teaspoons. The reason, see, I am using Kashmiri chili powder. If you are using any other chili powder, it should be 2.5 spoons. It will be too spicy. So what we are trying to do here is we are going to create the masala for the prawns. Then we are going to add the vinegar and let it boil. Okay, once it is boiled, we'll put more oil and then the prawns, and we switch it off and cool it completely before we jar it. So I am going to use ordinary glass jar. This is the ordinary glass jar. It's a 1 liter jar. So hopefully it will fill in this. But you don't jar it before it is cold. It's very important. I'm going to add around 1.5 teaspoon of salt. We'll adjust the salt later. So first we'll reduce the heat. Now we are going to add the vinegar. Using plain acetic acid, that's white vinegar. So you can use any kind of vinegar, but white vinegar is better for this. This you want to boil because I don't want, vinegar is acetic acid with a lot of water. So basically I want the water to be out. The reason being, because if you're going to keep the pickle for a long time, mold is going to form. This pickle you can put it in the jar and at least 10 days it can be outside without a problem. After that we probably might have to refrigerate it. But I doubt it will last 10 days. So check for salt. A little bit more salt is needed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the prawns. Give it a good stir. Now I am going to do something sacrilege. I'm going to add quite a bit of oil. need to heat it up properly because it was said before, water needs to be completely gone from the pickle. So it's almost ready. Once it's completely cold, you jar it. Don't jar it before that. Still, I need to check for salt. Oh, man, this is crazy. Some people use a lot of vinegar. I don't like too much of vinegar because I don't know, it's too sour it becomes. So 1 cup of vinegar is more than enough for this. Just cover it up. Leave it slightly open, and once it is cold, we will jar it.